So we will continue from where we left. We were discussing about Gyanis. That Gyani is the category which is so dear to Lord Krishna. Is it not? This is what we discussed. Let me just read in case. Yeah, let me just read. Hmm. He is not concerned with the modes of goodness, passion, or ignorance, but with Krishna. One who understands this is a Gyani, a wise man, and he is very much dear to Krishna. A distressed man, when he is put into opulence, may forget Krishna, may forget God. But a Gyani who knows the real position of God will never forget him. So that is real Gyani. Now we will discuss today that what so-called Gyanis, what are the understanding of so-called Gyanis. There is a class of Gyani called impersonalists who say that because worshipping the impersonal is too difficult, a form of God has to be imagined. These are not real Gyanis. They are fools. I just love this line. Fool number one. Prabhupada told this. In previous class, we discussed this. Fool number one. Mudha. First category. Who never surrendered to Lord Krishna. See, today only, today there was one person who commented on my post. He said, why don't you read Rahim Das, Kabir Das, Tulsi Das books? Why you always read these Prabhupadaji's book? Then later he commented, why you ISKCON people think that you are so superior? You are very much superior. Why you always think like this? So he was trying to offend, but I didn't responded because there was no any, you know, no meaning to debate with such people who just doubt on the existence of God. But yeah, one thing I was thinking that see how people are so much dull minded. They have never been, they have never read, they have never read Gita, they have never read Bhagavatam, and they just keep on speculating things like this. Are you able to see this, that how contaminated outside environment is? People just always, they are just busy speculating things. So yeah, I was thinking this thing that yeah, devotees of Krishna are superior. They are not just thinking like this because they are serving Supreme Personality. And one more thing, one should understand that we are not proudy. In fact, in our scriptures, we are learning to be most humble. We are trying to become humble servant of Lord. We learn these etiquettes only through scriptures, that we should learn to be soft hearted, and this happens naturally. Whoever serves Lord Krishna, it happens naturally, that his heart becomes so much soft. He just want to give this auspicious knowledge to other people unconditionally, without any, without expecting anything in return. The only thing devotees expect, that yeah, that person accept this auspicious knowledge and start serving to Lord. Is it not? This is what we are trying to become. But see, people think these ISKCON people are proudy. What to say what to say to such people? That's why I chose to not reply to that person, because there is no any sense in replying, in debating such person. You should never debate. You should just, you should just neglect such people. Krishna, you handle. I have no capacity to debate with such people. Because you see, when you debate with such people, you also become, you also become irritated, which is not good for our bhakti. Because of such people, because we are not that much elevated right now, that external, whoever is saying anything, that will not affect us. It affects us. At least it affects me. I'm not that elevated yet that external comments or debates will not affect me. So that's why I choose to neglect such situations. Neglect doesn't mean that we are afraid of something. We just know that it's useless. There is no sense. Instead, we should try to invest that time in preaching to those people who want to accept this auspicious knowledge. This is intelligence. This is real intelligence. Because you will see an individual who don't want to accept something, he will never accept it. He will keep on arguing only. So we should not entangle ourselves in such situations. It is waste of time. So yeah, these are not real gyanis. They are fools. And one more thing I was thinking, Rahim Das, Tulsi Das, Kabir Das, you will see these are also devotees of Lord Krishna only. Das, Das, Das. Das of whom? We see after initiation, uh, surname of devotees is Das or Devi Dasi. Is it not? So see, Tulsi Das, Rahim Das, they are Sur Das, they are already devotees of Lord Krishna. But these fools will never understand these things. Fool number one. So, yes, no one can imagine the form of God. See, I am not offending anybody here. I'm just repeating words of Krishna, of Prabhupada ji here. So, Prabhupada ji is telling these people are fools. So, yeah, you can practically see this thing. Yes. These are not real Gyanis, they are fools. Oh, I'm repeating this line again and again. Okay, moving forward. No one can imagine that the form of God, for God is so great. Yes. See, this is also one thing that with our material senses, we can't see God. But as we serve God, we observe his presence. Krishna always reciprocates to his devotees in some or other way. So observing his presence means you can see that, yeah, whatever is happening, Krishna's hand is there. And you straightforwardly you can see this. Not right now, gradually it happens. And with these things, your faith fixes much. One may imagine some form, but that is a concoction. It is not the real form. So you will see people meditate on, they imagine some form of light or some form of point. People do imagine these things. So those are just concoction. First of all, Krishna is not simply a light or a point. Krishna is all attractive. One should understand this thing. Krishna is so beautiful. We discussed 6 𝗃𝗧𝗧𝗏s of Lord Krishna, all knowledgeable, all beautiful, all renunciation, detachment, all Krishna is rich, all means, yeah. And 2 more left. I always forget these 2 points. Two more were there. I'm not remembering. Please help me to remember those points. More, yeah, all power. So these 6 are the Aishwaryas of Lord Krishna. So this is one thing. So yes, there are those who imagine the form of God, and there are those who deny the form of God. Neither is a Gyani. Those who imagine form of a form are called iconoclasts. During the Hindu-Muslim riots in India, some Hindus would go to the Muslim mosque and would break statues and images of God. And the Muslims would reciprocate in like manner. In this way, they were both thinking, we have killed the Hindu god, we have killed the Muslim god, etc. Similarly, when Gandhi was leading his resistance movement, many Indians would go to the street and destroy the mailboxes, and think in this way think that they were destroying the government postal service. People of such mentality are not Gyanis. Yes, this is actually stupidity, foolishness, that people are trying to compete, that we are greater, I am great man, I am great man. So they end up fighting with each other. And that will not give any sense. But you see, in Krishna consciousness, we learn to love not only human beings, but also other living entities, animals, birds. Is it not? So, contradictions are always there. So, this is not the etiquette of a Gyani. He might be thinking that I am a great man, I am a Gyani. But these are not the etiquettes of a Gyani. The religious wars between the Hindus and Muslims and Christians and non Christians were all conducted on the basis of ignorance. Exactly. It is mode of ignorance only that people are fighting like this. Srila Prabhupada ji says that this human life is not to fight like cats and dogs. You will see cats and dogs, they often fight. Even dogs fight between, they often fight. But this human life is not for fighting like cats and dogs. So, yeah. One who is in knowledge knows that God is one. He cannot be Muslim, Hindu, or Christian. Now, this is very amazing point. You know, people often think that Krishna is Hindu God. Is it not? People often think this. Krishna is a Hindu god. Even if you just right now you search on Google, Google will tell you Krishna is a Hindu god, etc., etc. Google will tell you same thing. But this is not reality. And this is the only reason, people who think that I am Muslim, I am Christian, they hesitate to even take names of Krishna. Prabhuji was telling this example that Prabhuji went to a barber for shaving. So there was one more person who was abusing. He was talking someone with mobile on a call, and he was abusing. So Prabhuji told him, if you are abusing, you should say, uh, what was that word? I don't remember. There was a word. In that word, Ram was there. Between that word, Ram was coming. If someone guess, Prabhuji.
हराम बोला था.
Yes, haram. Yes. If you want to abuse, you say haram. So now that person, he was thinking, haram, why this good man is telling me to abuse? So that barber asked Prabhuji that what is the meaning of why are you telling to abuse with such name? Why are you telling this? So Prabhuji told him that this word contained name consists of the name of the Lord, Rama. If you will take this name, then you will get liberated. You will be delivered. So he didn't took that name, even though he might be abusing with that name earlier, but that time he didn't took that name. So see, people even don't take names of Lord, of Krishna, because they think that Krishna is a Hindu god. But see, what we are understanding here, we are not preaching here that Krishna, we are not preaching this thing. One should understand that Krishna, or whatever he is thinking, that I believe in this god, I believe in that god, this is just speculation. It's written here, who is in knowledge knows that God is one. He cannot be Muslim, Hindu, or Christian. So here one should understand that we living entities are soul, and we are part and parcel of Lord. Lord is supreme, supreme personality, Krishna, and we are part and parcel of him. And soul cannot be Muslim, Hindu, or Christian. Same way, God cannot be Muslim, Hindu, or Christian. As simple as that. But people, due to their ignorance, due to lack of knowledge, they misinterpret these things. Even, you know, no wonder we might also be assuming this, that we are Hindus and Krishna is Hindu god, we should worship him. Is it not? We were also assuming like this only. But see, after gaining knowledge of scriptures, we are understanding things nicely. So this is very much important. Moving forward, it is our imagination that God is such and such and such and such, such and such and such. That is all imagination. The real wise man knows that God is transcendental. One who knows that God is transcendental to the material modes truly knows God. God is always beside us, present in our hearts. When we leave the body, God also goes with us. And when we take on another body, He goes with us. There just to see that what we are doing. Yes. So Krishna, see, Krishna is always there in our hearts as a form of Paramatma. He always resides in our hearts as Paramatma. And he notices everything. He is within and he is noticing everything. You will see when one is not Krishna conscious, before coming before coming onto this path, you will see it's not like God was not there. God is always there. He's always sitting inside as Paramatma, but he always keep quiet. He was not saying anything. But you will see the time, living being, the time that person desire that, oh, I want to do something for my self-realization, or oh, I want to know who is this Krishna, or oh, I want to, follow this path. Whenever he desired, the time he desired, you see, Krishna made all the arrangements. And you will notice one thing, whatever you do throughout your day, you will see there is someone who encourages you or who give you hints that, oh, you should do this, or oh, no, no, you are not doing this right, this is wrong, just avoid this. Is it not? It's Krishna who encourages us or gives us hint that you should do like this or that. Earlier he was not, Krishna was, quiet. He was noticing that when this fallen soul will do something for me, and I will make arrangement for him. And the time we made some desire or whatever, see, Krishna made arrangement. So see, when shall we turn our face towards him? Krishna always keeps noticing this thing, that when this poor soul will do something for me. We are not poor. Actually, we were poor minded because we were, we turned our faces from Krishna. We were not attracted towards him at all. But Krishna still loves. Krishna, it's not like that Krishna was hating us. Krishna always loves every living being because we are part and parcels of him. And that's why you see, Krishna was forgiving us because he truly loves us. Love means endless forgiveness. Is it not? This is true love. He is always waiting. As soon as we turn our face toward God, he says, my dear son, come on. 𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗵𝗺. Oh, you are eternally dear to me. Now you are turning your face to me, and I'm very glad. So, yes, Krishna is hankering that when will that soul will turn his face towards me, and I will take back him to me. Krishna is always waiting for that. The wise man, the Jnani, actually understands the signs of God. One who only understands that God is good is in a preliminary stage, but one who actually understands how great and good God is further progressed. That actually is to be had in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. One who is actually interested in God should study the science of God, Bhagavad Gita. So, yeah, you will see as we take knowledge from scriptures, we progress more and more in our spiritual life. What all the things, all the devotional services we follow consistently, we progress in our spiritual life. So, yes. Now, here is this shloka which we will be discussing in our next class. We will stop our class here now. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि बोल।